The Western Cape tourism sector is gearing up to welcome domestic and international tourists as summer approaches. The province's tourism industry has experienced a recovery since the loosening COVID restrictions, with some attractions experiencing steady growth. The tourism sector brings about 7.9 billion rand into the province's economy. But are the authorities ready for the influx of visitors this summer season? Our reporter Monique Mortlock is out and about in Cape Town, and she joins us now live actually from our Cape Town studios to give us more details. Monique, for me, I wonder if they expressed any concern with regards to the fact that I love Cape Town, right? But I've stopped coming there as often as I used to because the flight tickets are so expensive because of what's happening in the aviation industry, which also forms part of the tourism industry. Did they say anything about that?
It's certainly a concern for officials, but they say that it doesn't seem to have been to be impacting the number of international flights that we've been seeing per week. We've been seeing about 191 flights coming into Cape Town, coming into the Western Cape, with many international tourists already making bookings. And a little earlier this week, I was speaking to Western Cape Premier Alan Windy, and he was saying his biggest concern when it comes to tourism season is, do we have enough people in place for all of our tourists? So do we have enough waiting staff? Do we have enough people in the hospitality industry? Because what has happened, he was explaining, in some European countries is that when things opened up, they found that there wasn't even enough cleaning staff or maintenance workers for the influx of visitors streaming into popular cities. And the Premier was saying that he just wants to ensure that there are enough people in your restaurants to serve visitors, whether it be international visitors or domestic visitors. So it seems as if here in the Western Cape, the outlook is quite optimistic, that those in the tourism sector are expecting this season to be the busiest yet, at least the busiest since pre-pandemic time, since 2019, 2018. They're expecting hundreds of thousands of international and local visitors coming to Cape Town. But of course, safety is key. Safety is top of mind for people, not only for visitors but for locals as well. And this is something that I asked various officials about. You'll remember a few weeks ago there was the kidnapping of Anna Penev, the Ukrainian woman who was kidnapped just outside of the place of employ of the business she and her husband employs. And I was asking Western Cape Community Safety MEC Regan Allen, what guarantee can we give visitors who are coming to Cape Town for the festive season that they will be safe, not only from petty crime and violence, but also from these very serious crimes of kidnappings, especially women who are coming here. And he said this is something that he's spoken to the US embassy about, and from the 1st of November we'll be seeing tourism safety officers, part of the Western Cape Government Safety and Security Plan, tourism safety officers stationed in and around the CBD, at your national parks like Table Mountain, stationed all over where we will be expecting visitors. And besides this, the city of Cape Town also has its law enforcement officers, about 100 of them, patrolling in the CBD. They were deployed a little earlier this year, a couple of weeks ago, in fact. And these law enforcement officers will be stationed in and around the CBD, but there will also be law enforcement officers at your water parks and along the coastline. But let's just take a listen to Mayor Jordan Hill-Lewis explaining or giving some more insight into the safety plan and also the lifeguard program, which the city has invested about 32 million rand in.
I think that we are as ready as we can be. Today we are welcoming 600 lifeguards for the summer season, spread out across the beaches of Cape Town, all of our popular swimming beaches, and our 38 swimming pools that will be open during the summer, and our spray parks, our rivers and so on. So we've got more than 600 lifeguards spreading out across the city. We have our law enforcement that will be on the beaches to ensure that people are not drinking on our beaches, because that is a very common cause, unfortunately, of people getting into trouble in the water. So we hope that everyone will be safe on our beaches this summer.
right, so clearly there is, hope that they are ready for the influx of tourists. Do you have any of the statistics of how many they expect at least by December?
By December, they're expecting the figures that I got have been differing simply because of all of these booking, the booking system, your Airbnbs, your guest houses, your hotels that have been giving their statistics as it comes. What I do know is that Western Cape government is expecting a cash injection of about 7.9 billion rand, simply from this summer season alone. And we know that 600 lifeguards, that is just 600 lifeguards in the metro, stationed at your beaches, at your public swimming pools, and in different spots along the coastline, like your tidal pools. And it's because the Western Cape is expecting this high number of visitors, certainly many more than we've seen over the last 2 years since the pandemic hit. And officials are saying it's because people are hungry to travel once again. People are hungry, especially the Europeans, as they escape their cold winter. They are coming here for our summer months, and the hope is that officials have the correct measures in place to not only keep our visitors safe, but also us as locals who will be visiting and exploring that is around us.